Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never Open Podcast, the podcast open to everyone, especially Polly Jean Harvey, who I'm going to see live tonight. Yay! My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Say hello, Mr. Andy.
Hello, Mr. Andy. Hello, Luke. And hello to the listeners. I don't know why that makes you laugh every time, but it does. It's like it's just the comedic genius of Mr. Andy.
I still laugh at farts, man. So,
Yeah, but it's not the same fart over and over again, right? When you fart, it's a different fart, So.
This might be someone's. I don't know. It just tickles me every time. It might be somebody's first episode of the Never Open Podcast, and they'll hear you do that, and they'll be like,
"Talk about farts."
I'm mirroring their reaction. I don't know. I do laugh every time with that. Holy fuck! Oh my god, we're going to talk about the New Japan Cup. It actually started.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It began. First day of spring today in America, and. We had a K Hall show. New Japan Cup has begun. It was, unfortunately, it was delayed because of the broken ring. And we talked about that on the last episode. So if you want all the details and backstage gossip about the broken ring, listen to the last episode of the Never Open Podcast.
Where I say, yes, I had it on mute the whole time just to see how long it would go for. But anyways,
you mean me talking?
Yeah.
It's fine. I do that to you.
Oh, listen back to the podcast. I'm like, that's an Andy section skip. No, I don't. Instead, I go, wow, that was a fucking funny joke Andy said. What was my reaction? And I launched into the next thing. I'm glad I sold your fucking Tanahashi standing with the frame photo of the
ring post. That was pretty good. So.
Oh my god, that was great. A good bookend, I guess. But there are ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We're on the Blue Sky. Look us up. Never Open Podcast on Blue Sky. Do that. And from there, you'll probably find us individually. So you can always do that. Fuck the X. We're not on the X. We're on the Blue Sky.
Today. X got hacked today. So it's
no. Oh, no. Will somebody think of the... Anyway, there are other ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. You can send us a written or voice email. We're at neveropenpod@gmail.com. And if you got any of that... I remember to do this, yes! Sasha Banks money. Kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can buy merch that'll make you look never as fuck. You want to see what's on a Never as Fuck t-shirt? If you are watching the YouTube video, which you can do, watch this on the YouTube's Never Open Podcast. Behind Mr. Andy is a framed picture of Never Open Podcast. You can get that on a fucking t-shirt. It looks amazing. Get one.
Can we get Tanahashi? Can we get Tanahashi to hold it in the middle of the ring sometime?
Dude, Walker, what's your address, mate? We'll send you one. Why not? It's obviously you listen to us. You know all about Mirishima's dreams. Fucking
yeah, that's wild.
Huh? Hey, and when we talk you up, we put you over.
I like Walker. I think he's
me too.
He does a good job on these nights. We do have Chris Charlton back for the first night of the New Japan Cup at Kurragin Hall. And I gotta tell you, Luke, this show, I really liked it. And we're gonna talk about every moment of it. But I just want to say I've seen a lot of shows that they've done in Kurragin Hall. And I've seen them get louder. I've seen it before. I've heard it get louder. But man, this was one of the loudest, crowds in recent memory at Kurragin Hall in the main event. It's something.
They're very excited. This was a great show. And that's exactly what you want for your start of the New Japan Cup. Also, you know what I also want for any kind of tournament? To have more than 2 matches that are tournament related, especially when it's the start. I understand if it's the final night and you've only got 1 tournament match. I'm not stupid. I get it.
Well, Best of Super Juniors first night is usually a big deal. And it used to be that the 2 people in the finals usually faced off in the first match and stuff like that. So, man, they're low key a little bit on the New Japan Cup, but it's just the New Japan Cup, so, it's only for a title shot for Goto's belt.
I know, right?
No one wants to wrestle.
That's the thing about this, right? We like tournaments where you and I are going to enjoy this tournament, but the winner gets to face Goto and Anyway, that's how excited we are for the Goto being champion. I'm glad if people like it, but hashtag not our champion. Who's our champion again? Oh yeah, it's Konosuke Takeshita, and he's smart enough not to be here for this like that. Hey,
where's Doki? Our other champion.
Yeah, he's sadly on the shelf, and he wouldn't be in this tournament anyway.
I know, but he could win. You remember when they put the juniors in one year? I mean, they could do it again.
It was one of the COVID years, and they didn't make the numbers, didn't they? Yeah.
TJP's in this tournament. It's fine.
He is. So we start off with one of our apparently few young lion matches this tournament, and it's a pre-show match. Katsuya Murashima versus Daiki Nagai. Chris and Walker talk all about Murashima's dreams, and I'm like, bitch, are you for real? That's like crazy. Every episode that we talk about Murashima, we're like, we live in his dream. But it tickled me nonetheless. There's a brab on Daiki Nagai for the win, though, of course. And that's like Murashima's like second or third win ever.
Well, where he got the pin, singles,
where he got the fucking finish.
Right.
Yeah. Tag matches where he was like there, but he didn't get the finish.
Hanma was on the other team, or Daiki Nagai was on the other team. He was like, yeah. So, I like Daiki Nagai. He was all talking shit, but then
my two favorite young lions wrestling each other.
Up. Yeah, that was great. But Murashima made us shut up, which was awesome. So, next, Luke, we have the return, a triumphant return, if you will. It's Three Dad's Gym back in the fucking building. It's Yuji Nagata, Ten Cozy with Tiger Mask versus Goto. Tanahashi, Yano, and Hanma. How does he go from jerking the curtain? Because this is the first official match on the show. That was a pre-show match before. How does he go from that to the main event? He's drunk with power. We'll discuss.
Goto's using his stroke, and the first night at Korakuen Hall, he's just like, yeah, I'm tired. So he's using his stroke not to like put his friends over, not to make himself look absolutely mega dominant. Instead, he's using his stroke to be like, I want to start the show off, and so I can go to bed. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And then the next night, I want everyone to watch me pin a dad. So put it on the main event. And I'm just like, fuck you, Goto. But
this crowd really likes Goto. They're clearly insane,
this is like a story for the Japanese fans and weird Goto lovers.
Yeah, it's a preview tag also because we have Goto facing what's his name, Yuji Nagata, and then we got Tanahashi facing Bread soon, which is thing that's happening. So we get Three Dad's Gym Ho Train to Hanma, which I was really happy to see. So that was good, but. Goto tries to get over with everybody by helping Hanma hit a Kokeshi. It doesn't work on me because he's a pandering piece of shit. And Yuji Nagata hits a backdrop suplex on Hanma for the win.
He certainly does. This is another thing that annoys me about Goto right now. I'm the leader of the biggest Hontai faction ever. And you know what I'm going to do while the New Japan Cup's on? I'm going to beat up members of the giant-size Hontai every show. And give them all title matches and then beat them. Fuck you. Or sucks.
He's gonna give Yoshihashi a title match, man. Are you be ready for it? It's happening.
I fucking hope he wins.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. No. So what's the next match, Luke?
Anyway, it's El Desperado and El Fantasmo with Jado. Well, not with Jado. He's in the match as well, and they're wrestling against Great Khan on the cob with Francesco Akira. I like El Fantasmo setting up this long, complicated dive on all three of the Empire guys. He kind of has to dump all of them out.
Yeah.
And then
definitely not Akira in this match, by the way. So they did have it written as Akira on the bottom, but it's Brian Austin Green and Great Khan on the cover. I made the same mistake because I was typing my notes and they had it right at the bottom. They had Akira in this match. He was not in this match, Luke. Someone's fucking up. American got on the team for a second.
It makes sense because my last note here is, and El Desperado with numero dos taps out Hunter Hearst Helmsley. So there you go. Haven't used that three name before. Yeah, that's good. That was a match we watched.
I'm settling on Brian Austin Green because that's the best one, right? So
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Now, so I also like the purple nurples on Great Khan from ELP, and he liked it.
Loves it.
That was a lot of fun. That was also a preview match as well. But ELP made Desperado kiss him too. And everyone's like, oh, it's cute. And I'm like, I don't know if it is, but just my opinion. So Akira and Newman return in the next match, and they are here to face Naito and Bushi. And Newman versus Naito's in the first round. This is a really good preview match. Prince of Pace, he's still fast, it seems. But Bushi is like, I hate legs, and goes after Akira's leg. Naito starts fucking with Newman's knee, and I don't like it. And we're going to talk about that in depth. So it's a fast match. I like the match. Akira rolls up Bushi for the win. Got to heat up Akira for something. But Newman knocks Naito's hat off of his head for fun. And I thought that was fun.
For Best of Super Juniors.
Oh, yeah. Good win for that. Because that's right around the corner.
Yeah. I don't mind keeping Akira heated up because this guy works hard and he's here for every tour. Like, this guy doesn't take tours off.
Bushi. It's just Bushi anyway. I just figured you'd give Newman the win because he's in the,
because he's in the
whatever.
Yeah.
They don't ask me, They don't ask me.
You are right. But we're going to go to our first match in the New Japan Cup, and I quite like it. It is Yuya Uemura versus Sanada. And you were right. You sent me a message saying Sonata's t-shirt's fucking awesome. And it is. And it's a t-shirt that says Yuya is a motherfucking young lion still. And you know how, like, if someone's got, like, I don't know, really bad pink eye or something, and it's like their eyes are all puffy on both sides and shit? That's what Sonata's glasses looks like. You know how you can get glasses like that have eyes on it, so it looks like that you can fall asleep behind them or something like that.
Yeah,
he's got those, but pink eye edition for some reason. I don't.
He forgot to wipe. Yeah.
Imagine if he took them off and the eyes are puffy. Oh my god, that'd be funny.
Well, no, he did wipe. He forgot to wash his hands. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Sanada. And Yuya. Okay, we got Taka and Taichi coming to back him up. And Sonata's got Ishimori out there with him as well. So there you go.
But Gato's on commentary.
Yeah.
So, and Gato has a new podcast, by the way, which I am desperately searching for. If it's in English, I will be listening to it. So.
Look, and even if it's broken English, like I will still listen to Gato talk for an hour. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, no hesitation. Like,
could you imagine the stories? Oh my goodness!
I can't speak broken Japanese, so he's got one up on me. I'd listen, and I just want to listen to this guy talk. To be honest, he must. When he's retired, he must have so many fucking stories. I don't know, man. He's got a fucking big ass book.
How about now?
Stories,
that's what I want to hear the stories now. So.
All right. Well, Sonata's not a fan of being mat wrestled by Yuya Uemura and getting one upped by him, so he takes a powder. And then when Yuya climbs back into the ring, Sanada kicks the ropes into Yuya's dong.
Canadian low blow.
That's right.
Hate it.
Sanada's hitting him with water bottles in the crowd as well. And Sanada is all about just shutting Yuya down. Yuya's going to be like, I'm going to do this. No, shut down. I'm going to do this now. No, shut down. There's a fucking moment where Yuya gets up on the fucking top rope. He's getting ready to do a move on Sanada, and Sanada's just like, hey Kenta Sato, give me a hug, baby. And he just hugs Kenta Sato too, so he can't do a fucking splash on him, which makes me laugh. Human
shield. He's using Kenta Sato as a human shield. That is a war crime.
That's right.
Just saying.
I have to admit, like, I'm kind of digging Kenta Sato a lot lately. He's a different flavor to Chumpy, but I don't know. He's not taken away from Chumpy for me, but like he's showing some.
He's getting his shit in. I respect it. I don't like it.
Yeah. So it's like when we see Kanemaru, we love him, but that motherfucker. Every time. Ishimori also doesn't want Yuya to do a top rope move because this time he doesn't have Kenta Sato to hug. So Ishimori, he's going to shut that down. And then Taka takes him out. Yay! Get out of here, Ishimori. Thank you, Taka. Sanada has this, I'm going to be a dickhead, but I can totally go and make it look easy because that's kind of what happens. He's like evil now, but just different. Like, his cheating style isn't necessarily House of Torture-ish, but you can see that it's Kenta-ish.
Yeah,
he's got a very Kenta style of cheating.
It's very smart aleck, that's what it is. It's like sarcastic and smart aleck, which I find amusing. So,
but yep, same here. And just like Evil, when it's time to fucking switch it on and go, he can go. And and that's the big tease, isn't it? Oh, we wanted to see him do that, but he's not gonna do that anymore because he's a heel. So
dude, they did some fancy mat wrestling in this match that reminded me of Zack Sabre Jr. versus Sonata. You know what I mean? I was like, whoa, this is fucking fancy shit. And of course they didn't do that for very long though, because Sonata ain't letting us see that. So
oh no. So the chemistry of these two, Yuya and Sonata, is very good. I really like it. And if they're on the same block in the G1, I won't be mad either. Yuya, he catches Sonata. Like Sonata goes for a pin, he fails, and then Yuya goes for this kind of like Superman pin, which looks cool, but also looks like he's about to do something kind of dirty. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe that's just my stupid immature pure old brain.
Or if you're trying to say that wrestling's gay, it's not. Okay. So
well, then I must be part gay because I'm happily. I look. Not only that, like you and I can both do this, right? This wrestler runs in. He's wearing Bushi's mask. Oh my god, who is it? And I'm like, that's Dick Togo, or that's this wrestler, or that's this wrestler. And guess what? We're right. Why? Because we've stared at this guy's ripped, shirtless body for so many hours that we can pick it. Oh well, so it looks like we're part gay. Big deal. Who gives a shit? 1, 2, 3. Yuya catches Sonata, and there's you go. Your first you're going to get this with your round 1 matches in the New Japan Cup. Some surprise wins. I expected Sonata maybe to get go a little further here, but nope. His journey is over, and that's fine. I'm actually quite happy to see more Yuya singles matches as well. So give me.
Yeah, and he's going to face Yoshihashi next. So that's Yoshihashi got a bye. I guess. So yeah, I know. That's like Colt Cabana's finishing move, that Superman pin.
That's right.
And he usually does it in like kind of comedic fashion, whereas Yuya did it in like I got you fashion. It was more like, I got you, I like that match a lot. It was awesome. And I'm glad Sonata lost. Fuck him. Piece of shit. I mean,
hey, at least we're feeling something about him, right?
Yes,
it's
exactly.
hate, but that's what he wants. So he's doing, yeah.
And he's more entertaining now than he's been, maybe ever. So that's good. I like it. But
since he lost the title,
yeah, maybe I really did like him when it was Techers versus LIJ, but that's just because Taichi, makes me like everybody. So, Luke, someone enters the building at this point, and we just have to take note. And his name is Marty Asami, and he is the referee in New Japan. So he is here to ref this next match, and this next match is Evil versus Yota Tsuji. And this is great. So Dick Togo gets a Kanemaru Gambit, and Evil fucks up Tsuji before the bell, right? And Marty just yells at him, and then he gets viciously assaulted by Evil and goes flying and rolling around.
Crowd boos him too.
Yeah, they love Marty. So. But this is all to set up a big triumphant comeback for Tsuji. He fights him off when they try to hit him with the Magic Killer. He takes out Hot, and then we get something pretty funny. He does what I always wish wrestlers would do. He stacked 2 wrestlers up. He stacks up Evil Dick right on top of each other, hits a splash, and fucking Walker Texas Stewart is like, stacked Dick! It was awesome.
What a call.
That was amazing. He's been waiting for that. Like it finally happened. He's been waiting.
Walker's like, got a little notepad of dick puns ready to go. I've been waiting for this. Yes.
The only thing missing from that was someone doing a Bushirooney. It would have been awesome if it was Walker. That would have been great. The camera pans over. He's doing a Bushirooney.
Breakdancing Walker. Fucking
I would love that.
Amazing.
Or Marty, Marty's on the floor selling all of a sudden Bushirooney, But anyway, so then the bell rings. All right, the match officially begins, and it begins with a huge lariato from Evil and a sharpshooter for a while. And then Tsuji gets some dope headbutts and strikes in, and they get into a nice little back and forth here. Marty gets blasted right in the fucking jeans, though. He's standing there, and all of a sudden, Tsuji just hits him with the fucking Gene Blast because Evil moves out of the way. I guess once the blast is in process, you can't unblast the genes, right? So the toothpaste was already out of the tube. Unfortunately, Marty gets destroyed again. No Busharuni. And we get powder from Dick Togo in Tsuji's face, and it's a good one. You know, powder doesn't always look awesome. That was a good one.
Yeah.
It went everywhere. So. And then I love it when the crowd starts selling it like it's poison. The crowd's like, oh God, get it away from me. It's the best. So that was great. Yeah, everything is Evil, and Evil wins. He advances, and he's getting a title shot now too, probably. So Evil grabs the mic and he talks about how he beat last year's winner already, which is amazing, and how he beat him easily and how he's the best ever. And it's kind of like, you know what? Marty got his shit in. Evil won. He talked a bunch of shit. That's all that matters to me. I love that.
Yep. Also, anyone listening to this going, oh, Evil's in the next round. Oh my God, I can't believe it. This is what they do every fucking tournament, everyone. Evil's going to make it to, you know, he's going to make it to the second last round, and then he's going to get fucking beaten. And guess what?
I hope he wins.
Oh, dude, I'd fucking lose my mind. Then he fucks Goto up.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And you know how he does it? He fucks up his best friend like he always did in the other New Japan Cup.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Are they in the same? Are they in the same vicinity? Evil and Yoshihashi? They are.
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah, all
That's
right.
awesome.
Yoshi beats Yuya. All right. I don't like that, but if it fits for the story, all right, just hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yoshi beats Yuya Uemura. And then Evil beats David Finlay because, you know, being a cheating douche, or he could just lose in the next round, whatever.
They're really.
But then you've got Yoshi versus Evil. You remember, because it fits with the other New Japan Cup, because that's when Evil started being a fucking prick.
He took out, he like Pillmanized Yoshihashi and put him on the shelf.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We were all like, thank you.
Look what I did to your best friend. But I think the story we're actually going to get is Evil gets eliminated in the next round or the one after, and Evil's going to wrestle Yota Tsuji for the title. And I'm also okay with that. But you did put that other idea into my fantasy dream book, and I like that. Yeah. I thought this match was awesome. I beat last year's winner. How unfortunate. We're on completely different levels. Oh, you fucking prick. Evil, I love you, man. So, yeah, he's not... Yeah. This is what happens. He's getting his comeuppance. He always does. All right. I'm stalling. All right. It's Ryohei Iwa versus Chase Owens. I like this match. We got ref Marty Chompy Asami reffing this as well.
He was selling too like he's Andre the Giant. He's walking around just grabbing the ropes because he's so hurt from getting his jeans blasted. And he looked like Andre the Giant.
Man, imagine getting your fucking jeans blasted and you're just like, fuck, I gotta wrestle the next match. What are you doing, Red Shoes? Get your fucking ass out there. Marty can barely stand.
We're good. I'll take Marty at 25% over Red Shoes at 110. So,
actually, I agree. In fact, Red Shoes, you're going to be fucking 80 by the time you retire. Get out of here. I want main event, Marty. Come on, man. All right, Ryohei Iwa versus Chase Owens. Chump reffing, even though he took a gene blast in the last match. My first note. Wouldn't you change refs? What am I saying is also what I wrote here. What am I saying? No, I don't want to change refs. Chase leaves his shirt on. And I'm like, come on, man. You're leaving your shit.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, all right. I guess I'm definitely not
going
to
see
Chase Owens.
You want to see his ab? I mean, what are we doing? You know, it's like
his ab.
He's built like, you know, me pretty much. So, and I just got the one. So
that's right. We both have dad bods without kids, don't we?
That's hot now, though. Dad bods. So fucking
oh, fucking hell. Oh my God.
You know, we're not usually this goofy during tournament season, but I don't know why we are tonight. So it just is what it is. If you're a new listener, we will talk about wrestling, we promise. So. Yeah, that's true. And it's just like a Chase Owens match, and he loses, so it's even better. So look, there's a Canadian apron jewel heisting. No, but the grip
grabs Chase's arm, just goes woo, yanks him right down into the apron. And this match is fucking Chase trying to hit his offense. And I have to admit, he's got some pretty decent, innovative offense. Not many wrestlers in the company do the kind of moves he does, or, you know, in the combinations he does. He's a good wrestler. I'll give him that. His matches are entertaining, even more so when he loses, which he does. You know, so that's even better. But so he's doing his really cool offense. But Eva's got a fucking plan, and that's to grip that arm and fucking break it off. You know, this is like, you can tell this dude is in TMDK, right? Because, like, all right, yes, he's got the big muscles and he can do the never stuff, but hey, he's doing this submission shit too. He knows how to rip limbs off and all that. He's doing some major fuck your arm. In fact, the ending reminded me twofold of like a Noah finish or a Zack Sabre Jr. finish. The Noah finish, meaning it's very quick and sudden. Oh, where did he go on an excursion? No surprise there. Also, a Zack Sabre Jr. finish, like the first one that pops into my head is either Great Khan or Shingo. Zack Sabre Jr. just tying him up in a simple arm submission or something like that. Simple for him. You know, he's twisting him up like 10 different ways, but you know what I mean. But it's very armbarish, and Shingo, fastest tap out you've ever fucking seen him do. Right. Why? Because he's murdered the arm. Great Khan, same. Right? Because he's fucking worked it. Well, the grip's like grip that arm. Gripping and ripping. Oh, I like that. Ripping and tearing. He's the Doom guy. Oh, sweet. So he gets Chase, and it's not long before Chase is just like, yeah, nah, that's too much for me, man. And he fucking taps out. And I'm really happy because, well, Ryo advances to the next round, and Chase Owens does not. So, yeah.
Okay. So, like, if Rihai was tagging with, like, Robbie Eagles, it's the grip and the flip?
Ooh.
Is that what we're doing? You know? Oh. I mean, there's a lot of words that rhyme with grip that could work in there. You're onto something there, Luke. So I liked this match. It was fun. And like you said, it was like one of those like finishes that like Chase Owens just got he got hooked. It's over. Sorry. It's just the way it is. So the next matchup for Rihoi Iwa is Zack Sabre Jr. So that's going to be fun. Enter whatever, right?
Other years with the buys and stuff, it doesn't go the way you want. Like you want the Taichi Zack Sabre Jr. match. Oh, that's when they were together. Oh, but Taichi got eliminated, so we're not getting it. Oh, but this year they're giving us some of those. Like you look at this and you think, oh, they're probably not going to give us Rihoi Iwa versus Zack Sabre Jr. Yes, they are.
Yeah, that's what the tournament's for. These like wild matchups because they won't be in the same block at the G1. We'll have it here, so because everybody's got to wrestle each other. That's the thing about New Japan. Everybody's got to wrestle each other at some point, whether it's in a tag match or it's going to be in one of these tournaments. You're going to wrestle each other. So I like that. That's a cool thing about New Japan. But anyway, this main event is crazy. This main event makes the whole show. If it wasn't for this, it would have been just like, very good show, but nothing great. It is Gabe Kidd versus Ren Narita. And I, first of all, was surprised by the result. I thought for sure Ren Narita was going to win. You got all this babyface heat going for Gabe Kidd. Fucking, take the wind out of those sails and make everybody love him even more by getting, making him lose. But because this feud's got to keep going, there's more War Dog shit we'll talk about versus the hot guys. So, anyway, Ren tries a Kanemaru Gambit, but Gabe Kidd's ready for it, and he just starts beating him up. He's just standing
turns around. He's like, "Oh, you're here!" Boot to the face.
That's hilarious. So, oh man. So Gabe Kidd gets on the mic and he says, "Fuck you" to Ren. He hits a triangle moonsault, and it's like he's cheering himself on. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do something cool. Here we go." He's like, "Yeah, did you see what I did? That was fucking great. I'm awesome."
I'll give it to him in this instance because he's not known for doing moonsaults and shit, right? Like he's a big dude. I think he's been practicing them too because I no longer do I see him get up there and I'm thinking like, is this going to be like a Tonga Loa moonsault? Nah, man, he's fine. He's hitting them. They're good.
He's always been fine with the moonsault. He's
I know. I'm joking.
The crowd's going fucking bonkers, right? So they're in the ring and the bell rings and the match starts with Gabe Kidd hitting the running Shibata drop kick to Ren and then posing. And the crowd is like, hey, this is our guy. We love this guy. He is the best of all the guys. And it's great. And
I think he's the only white person I've ever seen do the Shibata pose, and the Japanese crowd's like, we will allow this.
When you turn face, all your heel shit becomes babyface stuff, you know, and they're doing that perfect with him. So it's great. He knows what stuff's going to work and what isn't, you know. So for, you know, he's beating up Ren all over the place, and it's great. Ren takes a great ass whooping, but then he throws water in Gabe Kidd's face and he takes over. And they go out in the hallway for a second, and Red Shoes orders them back in there, but not in that like way where he's like being a ref. It was like Red Shoes, like the Uno, the man, was like, listen, I'm in charge right now. You go the fuck back in there. They did. They went right back in. So, which was fun. But this is the amazing moment. So tell us, Luke, what happens with the interaction with the little kid and Gabe Kidd?
Oh my God, this is fucking amazing. I rewound it. Look, eventually I stopped messaging you and watched the match. But like for the first 10 minutes, I'm sending you a message a billion times and I'm laughing so hard. I have to keep pausing it, and Charity's running in going, what? I'm like, I told you to just sit in here and watch this match. Oh, I've got stuff to do. Then I'll just start like laughing again. What? And then she'll laugh, but then she'll get up and leave the room. But I'm losing my mind. This is not just a really fun, violent match, but it's fucking funny. And then there's some kid in the crowd that reaches over. He's very shy, but then he confidently just hands it towards Gabe Kidd and he takes it. He hands Gabe Kidd a fucking highball, and Chris, fast on the call, is like, wait a minute. Did that kid just hand Gabe Kidd some alcohol? Yes, he did. I mean, it wasn't open, and I bet you his dad next to him handed it to him first.
Yeah, he said, give it to him.
But you don't see that bit.
Yes.
You don't see that. So all you see is this kid's got a can of booze, and he hands it to Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd opens it up, takes a swig and spits it at Ren Narita's face.
It's like
that's like you can't script that.
No. And like in Gabe Kidd's face when he saw what that kid was doing, he's like, this kid is handing me gold. I will spin gold out of this young man. And then he does, you know, and that's like this match has a lot of like really cool moments like that where they're not scripted or however you want to put it. They're like just these natural moments that happen during a match. And
I feel like both men work with it.
Yeah, and when you got a crowd this hot, you know, going, it's like they just feed into it, and it's really good. So I like that. So
I'm inflated gold.
So Gabe Kidd decides he wants to make a pile of chairs. He's done that before in the past, so he makes a pile of chairs. But then Sho arrives, and he distracts him, and there's a backdrop from Ren right near the pile of chairs. It doesn't, you know, they kind of missed it, so they're like,
gets him on the coccyx or something, man.
He's like, so they do it again, you know, for good measure, which is fun. So then there's heat on Gabe Kidd in the ring. He gets beat up. They go back to the outside, and Ren continues to beat him down. Ren uses the English announcer's chair to fuck up Kidd, and Walker is brave. He stays there and continues. Chris bailed. He took his headset off and walked away. You can see him cowering, you know, if you look at it close there.
Behind the kid with the booze.
Yes. He's like, I'll same on this drunk kid. But Walker stays there, and he continues to call the match. And it's almost like they were fucking with him on purpose, you know, probably. But Kidd hits some, thunderous chops on Ren that are like, no, he doesn't even have to say shush. The crowd just shushes for him. Bow! You know, it's like, damn, man. He hits an exploder for a double down. He kips up, and then Kidd, he hits the second rope moonsault there for 2. That was great. They fight to the rope, top rope, guillotine from what's his name for 2. Ren trips Kidd he like tricks him into a sleeper, right? Or trips him. He trips him into a sleeper. He keeps putting chokes on and stuff. Double cross, but no! PK from Gabe Kidd! That's Shibata's move! You know, the crowd is just screaming and chanting his name. Brainbuster, all right? And then a backdrop suplex for 2 from Kidd. We get barking, and Ren's playing dead here, like actually playing dead. It's just great. So the kid keeps kicking him. We're like, we're not sure if he's hurt, but nobody cares. Fuck Ren Narita. You know? So big lariat to Ren, but no, Red Shoes is thrown in the way. He's been hanging out with Kenta Sato, getting his shit in, and he takes a lariat. It's really funny. So push up bra, and here comes Hot. And Ren hits Gabe Kidd with a chair, and he does the fucking where the seat comes off. That's really funny.
Yeah.
That means you're dead, right? Like if you get to that, it's like you're dead, So and then of course we get the babyface confusing moves because now everyone who's a war dog is a face in this situation. Drilla comes out, Ishimori out, they chase off Hot, and Kid throws the push-up bra away, and now he's bleeding. Ren's bleeding from the face, and then this is it, man. Gabe Kid's like, I'm gonna make all your dreams come true. He's like, pile driver, but that's not enough. Another pile driver. He gets the win. It was awesome. I thought he would lose. The match was awesome. The crowd was amazing. And Kid's next person he faces is Taichi.
I know. Can they both win, please?
Yeah. It's like double count out,
Yeah, it's going to be a great match, though. I thought this match was freaking awesome. Not only am I laughing, but when it's time for both guys to actually go, they go. Ren, what a fucking champ. He's selling everything. He gets to hit an exploder on Gabe Kidd into chairs and stuff. He's we both gush about Gabe Kidd and how good he is, but in this role, being the piece of shit fucking heel, Ren has embraced it in the same way that Sho did, and it's working for me. Like, you don't just go into House of Torture to be there. I mean, unless you're Yujiro, but we're used to him being a coaster, right? and every team, every team's got at least one dude who's just there. I think the best one of those is Bushi, because he's there to pretty much be there, but he's fucking awesome.
Bushi's over. He's
the gatekeeper too for new juniors, right? Mm-hmm. Want to prove your shit? Have a good match with Bushi or Taguchi. Like Ren doing the Shibata stick was really not working. Ren doing this, now he's getting reactions. Fucking boo. And you're right. Both, it's not just Kid, both these guys got some mad improv skills right there, man, because they sell everything, and whatever unexpected shit happens, they roll with that. Like, the fans are more than happy for Gabe Kidd to take their chairs to stack it on to fuck Ren Reaver up.
Take my chair.
Take my chair. Oh my god, do that. Kid, like Ren using Walker's chair to fucking choke out fucking Gabe Kidd. See, they use everything. The fans, the commentators, objects, like these and each other to tell this really fun, awesome, action-packed story. The weird part is seeing Ishimori run out, but I know this weirdness is going to come to a head at some point, and soon, I'm okay with that. So let's just write the weirdness out. Relax. Isn't Sakura Genesis a big Bullet Clubby kind of thing? Is that the one?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
So there you go. We're leading towards there sometime soon. I know some matches have been announced for it. Clark Connors is the next number one contender for the junior title.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I don't understand. Like, he's like, I'm in AEW now. All the news is he signed with AEW. New Japan title shot. I guess now he's in AEW, he can get a New Japan title shot. Is that how it works?
Yeah. Wow.
That's how it works. Oh, man.
I mean,
he was the tag champion, of course, but
yeah, and a really good one. But oh man, this match was just so much fucking fun. I loved it. Yeah. And then Kid wins, so it's even better. And I don't think they were ever gonna do like Evil. Evil would have won the main event one night, and then Ren the next night. That's not gonna. New Japan's not that evil, right?
Do you think that this is the first time that Gabe Kidd's ever gotten to send the crowd home with the speech at the end of the show?
Yeah, I think so. Like, and especially after big win against the heels and stuff.
Yeah. So he gets to give a big promo, and it's awesome. And he's like, he literally is like, fuck AEW, fuck WWE, New Japan is fucking Ichiban, and the roof comes off of the place. There was pictures from space, and you could see it. It was fucking wild, man. Man, that's cool.
Oh, so fucking cool.
I love that. So that was a great night of wrestling, capped off by a tremendous main event. The next night is a little more kind of, okay, Okay, yeah, it's a little more like that. It's got some good stuff, but it's got some interesting things to talk about as far as storylines and wrestlers' effort. So we'll talk about that. But did you?
Yeah.
I don't know what venue this was, but Walker is not visible. He's like alone in the stands somewhere at a table, and he's later joined by TJP, who does a very good job. And
I really like TJP on commentary.
Yeah, he's great.
I like his wrestling as well. He's really good, but like sometimes his character doesn't usually just kind of pop out. You know, I don't know. His in ring and his commentary is great though. So
I'll start off this one. You know, if you want. It's Yano and Yoshihashi versus Murashima and trash talking Young Lion. Man, well, we got to have. I mean, Yano and Yoshihashi is. You know, they're both in chaos or whatever this new monstrosity.
It feels like a combo I haven't seen that often though.
Yeah, they probably don't like each other, you know. So I don't know why. I don't know why I'd say that. But
yeah, I don't think he's a fucking nerd.
Well, now something else strange happens tonight is that we get another ref on the show, and he refs a bunch of matches, and his name is Chumpy Jr., and he's reffing this match, and I don't know if we see Marty later. You'll have to tell me, because I don't think we did, which is a big problem. Already got me upset with this show. His genes must have seriously been blasted. So, but this match, Young Lions kick Yoshihashi's fucking ass, but not for long. You know, and then he beats up Murashima, and I don't like it. And like fucking Yano joins in, and I don't like it either. I'm really upset. Yoshihashi puts a single leg grab on Murashima, and Walker defends him and says that that's kind of unnecessary. He's like, it's unnecessary to humble Murashima. He's pretty humble dude. You know, you're just fucking with him for no reason. So.
If you're going to put a move like that on one of the two Young Lions, it's Daiki Nagai, right? That little shit deserves it.
he gets humbled here in a second.
Oh, yeah.
So, because he gets the hot tag, and he's like, I'm going to fuck you up. And he's got his drop kick, so he hits that. But then... and he also grabs the much older and decrepit wrestler, is what it says here. But it doesn't work. Butterfly lock. Oh, poor guy. He had to give up to the butterfly lock.
I know.
That sucks, man.
I'd rather tap out to a one-legged brab, to be honest.
So if you tap out from the brab, you could sell your leg. Like, oh, my leg was hurt. If you tap out from the butterfly lock, what do you sell? Nothing, because it doesn't hurt. So, what would you? The middle of your back? Is that what you're trying to sell? Like right
it's more
here?
like a chiropractic move. It's like, I'm just going to realign your spine. Done. Not a submission hold, but yeah.
It hurts less than that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, you're preaching to the choir. I even when I was like mega high. Oh, what's that mega? But like on Yoshihashi's fan English, in his fan club, I would rag on that move mercilessly.
Terrible move. Terrible move.
We're heating it up. Taka Michinoku and Yuya Uemura versus Sonata and Chase Owens. There's a C trigger, and Chase pins Taka, and I'm like, why can't we just have Sonata win? Like, why? What do we? Chase is out. So Sonata, and who do I want to see be reheated more? Sonata, obviously, but instead, that's what happens instead. It's a fine match, but you know, I'm like, why isn't this Yuya versus Taichi? Oh yeah, because you don't want to job out.
But Yuya and Taka, and we got Just Five Guys versus War Dogs or whatever. No Kenta Sato. I found that interesting, you know, because he's been reffing all their matches, and he can't because he's got to be higher on the card because somebody's not there. So
I've looked at my notes. If Marty's reffing, my first note is Chumpy. Just
he's not here this night.
He's not here.
Upsetting. No. So it's like a giant hole in my heart. Is it's just there. I throw drugs and alcohol into it, and it just doesn't work. But next, Luke,
cost maintenance. Marty Asami and the Zen of
That's what it is. Yeah. Oh man, what a book that would be. So anyway, let me tell you about my chump bump camp first of all. But the next match is TJP's wrestling versus he's wrestling with Brian Austin Green on the Cobb versus Hartley Jackson, Ryo Aiwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. And TJP and ZSJ start, and it's really wild mat wrestling like they can do, and it's like they're gonna wrestle each other. Okay, this will be fun, if that happens. So is that the next one? I don't know. But anyway, we get Cobb versus Hartley, and that's really good. Brian Austin Green gets isolated, though, and gets beaten up. And it's kind of funny because, like, Hartley knows it's that part of the match, and somebody is still trying to wrestle. And he's like, hey, stop. It's like Cobb's still trying to wrestle him. He's like, no, it's my turn to take him over here and beat him up. So he does. It's funny. So, there was a really funny spot in here where they were doing the Suzuki-gun arm wringer thing, getting in and out of the tagging each other in and doing an arm wringer, tagging each other in, doing an arm wringer. And Hartley's watching. He's watching. He's like, okay. He tags in, huge arm wringer, and sends whoever it was flying. That was fun. Anyway, there was also a super kick on Ryo Aiwa from Cobb that looks so good. It might have been real. And Ryo Aiwa pins Brian Austin Green. Gripped him right.
We also get some fun Cobb Hartley action, which is always a plus for me. I like Hartley. He's sticking around. It's pretty cool. So more. By the way, they flew in Chase Owens and Farley, and to pretty much lose. And I'm just like, well, Hartley, he could have been a round one pick as well to lose, but no, he's just doing the tags.
He's there as an alternate, my friend. So
yeah, that's true. He's getting paid. I don't care, man. And we get to see him on our tellies. So I'm all for it. So next we've got Yujiro, Ren Narita, and that motherfucker Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus Gato, Gabriel Kidd, and David Finlay. And guess what? Gabe's a little bit more subdued with his entrance this time. I guess you got to be a good boy when the boss is around. Can't steal the boss's limelight or some shit. This whole Bullet Club thing is weird. Yeah, because Finley's still that character, whereas I think Gabe and Driller have both wrestled their way out of that, and they're something different, right? And I don't know.
We haven't had a chance. This is Finley's chance to do that if he's going to do that. We don't know. You know what I mean? So.
Absolutely. So this whole Bullet Club thing is kind of weird, but I do like that Finley's like, oh, you turned on my boys, you start beating on my boys, House of Torture. Well, guess what? Go fuck yourself. There's an overkill on Kanemaru by David Finlay. He gets heated back up. He's back. We expect him, and he gets the win. Well, I'm fine with that. It's a pretty fun match, and I liked it. So it's. If it feels weird, I think it's supposed to. If all this stuff feels a bit off, it's supposed to, because it's obviously something is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Will it be during this New Japan Cup, or will it be after? Sakura Genesis is on the way. We don't know yet, and I'm kind of a little bit on tenterhooks, just waiting for the the penny to drop and see what they're going to do. I'm looking forward to it. So
I'm interested. They got me
weirdly building. Oh, fuck yeah.
And there's a lot of facets to it too, so it's kind of like whatever they do is going to affect everybody. And, I don't know. It's kind of cool. That's one of the pluses of the faction system is anytime anybody gets hurt or anytime something somebody switches sides, it affects everybody, it's awesome. So got to think that stuff through. But next, Luke, we have LIJ. It's Tsuji, Shingo, and Bushi versus Evil Dick and Show. LIJ attack. And Tsuji fucks up Evil, but House of Torture cheat and take over. Let's see. Was there anything in this match? Oh, Shingo did a kick in this match. It was funny. And it was terrible. So, it was like a kick to the gut, and he barely got his foot up at all. It's so funny. So, okay, so here's what happens here. Sakamoto is reffing this match. Interesting. It's kind of up pretty high on the card for Sakamoto being there, but he does something really good in this match. It's like Dick Togo is late for a cheating spot, and Sakamoto's not supposed to see what's going on, so he just runs over and just hugs one of the guys. It's like, good job, buddy. At least you didn't just look right at it, So
yeah,
that was funny.
Look, he's trying to cover it up. Respect.
Yeah, that was Spanner, sharpshooter on Bushi. Hot. They get the win. Oh, but what else happens, Luke? The War Dogs come out. Oh my God! And they start beating everybody. Now they're not out there to save Lij.
No,
they're just out there to fuck with House Torture. Yeah. There's like a clear definition. They're not there to save anybody. They're just there to go fuck these guys up. So.
Oh yeah, they couldn't give a shit about Bushi, Shingo, or Yota Tsuji. Well, maybe Finlay does give a shit about Yota Tsuji a bit, but he approves on them beating him up. That's for sure.
Tsuji lives rent free in his head, like the internet always says. It's funny.
Rent free. That's right.
No rent.
We get TJP coming out for commentary now, and he's really good.
That's good.
Yeah. You can. By the way, Walker, just because Chris is around doesn't mean you can't also have a wrestler join you for commentary.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, right. All right.
They only have 2 headsets. Sorry, guys. Only 2 headsets, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Luke, do you like Fale's theme song? I really like it.
The one that goes dun, dun,
dun, yeah, it's great,
dun,
man.
Yeah.
And like whenever I hear it, it brings me back to when I first started watching New Japan and like hearing him and his music come out, and I like this match.
I like this match too. Guess what? I think it's happening. I think I'm coming around on Boltin Oleg.
You like bars, huh?
I'm not sure I love him yet, but I'm liking him.
He's having a great year. He's having a breakout year, like the kind of year that we're gonna remember and be like, "Holy shit! Remember when we didn't like this guy?" So,
he had a never match that got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm happy if he wins. What? And then I'm like, I'm watching the start of this match. I'm like, all right, come on, Bars. Can we go 2 in a row? Yes, we fucking can. This is a short big man match. It's a Fale match. They should be short. You beat him fast or he wins fast. That's the nature of this. That's what they should be. There's a Tongan massage on Oleg, which makes me kind of still giggle and grin inside because I'm still got that little bit of fuck Boltin Oleg in my head, But he gets wailed on as well. And Oleg, he almost picks Fale up, but no, scoop slam by Fale. Oleg manages, though, to scoop slam him. Crowd fucking loves that.
Yeah.
Me too. It's always impressive seeing anyone pick up Fale for any move. That was fucking cool. Then he does his own splash for 2. There's a nice fucking looking big Tongan drop 2 by Fale, and he goes for that sliding elbow for 2, which makes the fans go, oh,
right? Because who did he just pin with that? He just pinned somebody big with that recently, and that was like his new finisher, and fucking Bars kicks right out of it. Fucking finisher.
That's right. I'll tell you who we pin in a minute, because I keep my notes now, have been for quite a while.
Oh, wow.
You'll be happy to know. But, dude, and then Oleg does a move that I have been saying, dude, that's got to be in your repertoire because it's fucking awesome. It's what I call the shotgun double barrel drop kick. Because look at the size of Bars. When he does it, it's both barrels. He does that.
He's been doing it a while. He's been doing that.
Yeah. I love that move. He does that. Fale's all fucking staggered and shit. Picks him up over his shoulders. Manages a fucking, you can't. I'll call it the kamikaze this time because that fucking ruled on Fale. 1, 2, 3. All right. I think I'm not on the train, but I think I might buy a ticket for the train.
You're in line for the Bars bus, right? So
yeah.
I think Marty drives. Thanks.
And Boltin is going to wrestle Shingo next. So look, you could have just said easily Takeshita led that match and all that kind of stuff, but it takes 2 to tango, and Oleg was good, and now he just had a really, really good match with Fale. Thank you. Yes, I'm into it. What did you think?
You did not mention some of the nasty bumps in particular. Maybe
that's another good reason I like him.
The first big bump of the match where Fale just kind of exploded and he fucking whipped Bars right into the guardrail, and that was one of the nastiest guardrail bumps you can take. It was insane.
Yeah.
And you remember the other day when Makabe did a whip? Fale can't move around that much. Why does his whip look awesome? Well, because he's trying. Sorry, just still mad at Makabe for fucking over the ace like that. So,
dude.
But that match was fantastic. I loved it, and like, I don't know, man. I hope like new watchers will go back and watch Fale matches because there's some really good ones, and like he's a fun wrestler and he understands how a big man should work, and don't leave your feet and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, I don't know, he's a good big man. That's an art.
They bring him in because he's always a threat, and it's going to make Bars look good to beat him, especially if the match is good, and it was.
I agree. That was fun. Next week we have another match, which is good, and it's good in a different way. It's ELP versus a Great-O-Khan, and like I was like kind of bored at times during this match until the finish, and then I was like, oh, I like this match more now. So these guys do mat wrestling and dick measuring to start the match, and TJP compares ELP's willingness to take on anyone as a champion to Bret Hart, which is, I mean, take it easy, but okay. So it's fine. Just calm down a little bit. But Great-O-Khan uses power whenever ELP starts moving too fast, right? He'll snatch him up. ELP tries a strike fight with Great-O-Khan, and Great-O-Khan likes it. Bring him more. And he just starts wailing on ELP. And it's like some intense. It was funny because TJP even said something like, if he's going to give it to you, take it. You know what I mean? Like talking about Great-O-Khan was just wailing on him. And Walker's like, is this okay with you? And he's like, yeah. ELP's giving it to him. So this is funny too. Great-O-Khan does a sit in the corner thing, and TJP explains this as it's Great-O-Khan just stunting on those hoes. So which
Walker's like, are we allowed to say that?
Renders like, them both like it renders them speechless for a little while too while they laugh. So
I think they're both surprised it came out of TJP's mouth.
It was funny. But there's a long ground cobra, and that evolves into a lariat war. ELP gets a run and hits a Canadian suicide dive. He's selling that one of his shoulders is out from the ground cobra, and it's really good. And he like when he did the dive, it was like a one-arm dive. He like tucked his arm and shit. It's pretty good. ELP misses a big dive though, and with Tenzan looking on, Great-O-Khan makes a mean face and hits a TTD on the floor, and it looks awesome. It looks like, and I don't think this happened. It just kind of looked like it. That Great-O-Khan slipped a little at the end, and it went right down on ELP's head. That's what it looked like. I was like, oh my God. And Tenzan was like, what?
Right, yeah, he did it right in front of Tenzan as well.
Tenzan's always bitching to somebody about something. Now he's got something to bitch about. So ELP comically can't get back in the ring. He's selling drunk and all that shit, and that's fun. And he is met with a monster pump kick that sends him flipping off into space when he gets back in the ring. There's all kinds of near fall roll-ups from ELP. ELP tries to lift Great-O-Khan, but ouch, his shoulder back, it's all hurts. And Great-O-Khan punches ELP in the fucking face. This is cool. ELP flips out of the like Dominator, Eliminator, whatever it is, and hits a fucking satellite DDT for 2. Jado gets all fired up. Yeah, you're going to win. You're going to win. No, sudden death, but Great-O-Khan kicks out. Fuck your move. ELP can't lift Great-O-Khan. Eliminator. Great-O-Khan wins with a fucking exclamation point. And I don't know if this is true, but this was my theory at the time when I was watching it. It took him longer than 15 minutes to win, I think. So that's something for later. You know what I mean? So like, it took him longer than 15 minutes. So that means he should get a title shot, but then ELP will say, hey, there's something there. So he will also face Shota Umino next. When they announce that, everybody knows. Like that, I love the Japanese crowd. They all know already. But when they announce it, murmur. Like the whole crowd is like, oh, dude. Fuck, I can't believe that's happening again.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to that too. I saw this match and I was just like, you know what? I would like Great-O-Khan to win because this is a feud I would like. This is a program I would like, Great-O-Khan versus El Phantasmo, because they can both go in the ring and they can both do fun, goofy shit to each other and just build off that. So yes, please. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. And hey, what is it with Great-O-Khan not just getting wins, but they're emphatic, I'm fucking won.
Yeah,
win.
That's just like, he's nice. Like, hey, it's like New Japan's like, oh man, sorry man, we forgot about you. We're not gonna forget anymore,
No.
Also, I do want to say one more thing about that match. I'm sorry. This great moment from TJP on commentary is that, Walker was going, doing that old chest note about, oh, people thought he was a lemon eater and that's all he did and all this stuff. And like TJP's like, listen, sometimes you challenge another guy to a contest and it's about who's best at whatever. And like, it reminds me, isn't it like the movie Shane or something where there's like an egg eating contest? And the guy,
Cool Hand Luke.
There it is, Cool Hand Luke. It's like shit like that. You know what I mean? And he didn't say that, but that's immediately what popped up in my head. It's like Cool Hand Luke, where he's like, "I will eat the most eggs you see because I am the man."
That's right.
Funny, so.
What does it really prove at the end of the day? Nothing. Except I can eat eggs good.
Right, but it does. So.
And the next match. It's never as fuck, and it's exactly what I want from a match like this, including the finish. This is what you need to do. It is Drilla Maloney versus Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii, who is 49 years old. Can you believe that shit?
Man, he's so good still.
Fucking hell, he hadn't lost anything. He doesn't wrestle as much either, so maybe that's why he can keep a whole lot of this in the tank. But I don't care how he does it. He can do it. That's fucking awesome. I like that TJP keeps calling Drilla an asshole. Well, he betrayed the Empire, in case people forgot, so that makes perfect sense. Drilla just came to fuck Ishii up. It's heavy. What do they do at the start? They start chopping and no-selling each other. And just chop, walking into it. Chop, walking into it. Oh, I can do that too. I love it. Oh, some of these chops are just fucking heavy as well. Just fucking... Man, then they're from Drilla, and then Ishii finally gets a chance, and he's like, "Oh, ever heard of receipts?" Starts hitting Drilla hard in the fucking corner. It's awesome, dude. There's this fucking moment where Ishii catches the gore, and then just fucking boom, headbutt. Awesome. Then Drilla kind of withstands a lariat, and then takes out Ishii with one of his own. There's a fucking cool move where Drilla he goes for a pile driver, then a gore for two. Oh my god, there's a Drilla killer, but a fucking rocket headbutt by Ishii. Hell yeah, channeling some fucking Hanma right there. Love that. Drilla's bleeding from the mouth, so Ishii's like, all right, I'm gonna put you over as a never guy, but I'm gonna have to hurt you to your mouth bleed. You understand that this is the rules. If you beat one gatekeeper, there's two gates. The Shingo gate and the Ishii gate. There's two gates. And Drilla's now walked through both.
When I think that probably happened is when he caught him with the gore. Because his face probably scraped right there,
Yeah.
And Ishii wears that fucking disgusting arm. That thing smells terrible. That
dude,
arm
he never washes that either.
Oh man, it's so gross.
Look, and the finish of this is incredible. Drilla hits this really cool knee strike. It's kind of, if I had to describe it, it's a bit Hinare-esque. Right into Ishii's mush. And then a freaking awesome looking Drilla killer. And 1, 2, 3. Drilla wins, and I'm into this Drilla. It's fucking awesome. And he's beaten two of my favorite wrestlers, to do it. But that's what I like about my two favorite wrestlers. When they win, it's fucking awesome, and they're awesome at putting over other dudes. So this was exactly what I wanted. I loved this. Never as fuck.
You could see too, that it's not perfect. You know what I mean? And it could get better, right? So it's I like that Drilla can do this match. You have to be able to do this match to be a heavyweight in New Japan, and he did it very well. But it could be better, right? So there's a lot more stuff that can happen. I really liked it a lot. At one point, he picked up Ishii and gorilla press slammed him into the corner like a buckle bomb, like that. And then Ishii no-sold it. It just fired up and then got destroyed, There's Ishii would do the thing too in this match where I don't know this for a fact. I'm just speculating, but I feel like that when he really wants to put guys over, he does that that KO thing where they're in a fist fight and he's winning, Ishii's winning, and all of a sudden dude catches him with one and he just goes bam, it goes down. He did that twice in this match where he just went flat on his back. And the second time he did it, Drilla looked a little surprised, like kind of that wasn't supposed to happen. And Ishii's just like, I'm just gonna put you over, kid. Yeah, I love New Japan. I love wrestling. This is good for everybody, you know. So,
you're a good never guy, and I want to wrestle you again. We're doing this. I'm gonna pancake twice. Yeah.
That was good stuff, and that's what we want on every New Japan show is something like that. It's got to be on there. But the next match for Dan Baloney will be TJP as well. So, you know, it's on. This is when I realized no Marty. And I thought, well, this is the main event right here. You know, I thought we escaped the grasp of Goto, but I was incorrect.
No.
Because no Marty here, you know, still Kenta Sato, I think. And that's upsetting. So, anyway, this next match is Naito versus Newman. And I'm going to tell you what happened, and I don't want to tell you kind of what I thought about this because this match is weird. It's weird in ways that has me suspicious about things. I have conspiracy theories about this match. So Newman goes for a bunch of roll-ups right away. Why would you ever shoot Newman into the ropes, by the way? Like Naito does that. And, of course, he runs 1,000,000 miles an hour and kicks him right in not quite in the face because, you know, Naito's not quite in perfect position, and Newman's going so fast. So Naito spits on Newman, who laughs, and you know, that's kind of a sign of respect from Naito, sort of. And Naito takes it to the outside, and this goes very poorly for Newman, who eats the guardrails over and over. Naito stomps on his knee, and this is when the match starts to get a little weird. So, because Naito stomps on his knee, and Newman sells it like his leg is on fire and that he's hurt for real. And it's kind of, I don't know, man. There's a difference between like what I like in a wrestling where it's the suspension of it's violence without consequences. You know, it's like, yeah, it hurts them, but they're not hurt. Right. And so seeing Newman like sell this way, it's a little too real. You know, I don't know if I like it. So Naito hits him in the knee, and he goes right to the outside, and it's scary. And everybody thinks that Newman's really hurt. And Naito is like, I don't care, and keeps stomping on his leg. And I think the rest of the match suffers a lot just because of this weird moment or something else. I'm not sure what else. But there's, you know, Naito just continues with the fuck your leg. There's a big slam from Newman, and he kind of throws Naito into the ropes a little bit. And then things get real weird. So, like, it was almost like, you know, Newman kind of like, I don't know, he did a suplex or something too close to the ropes, basically, and Naito's legs came down on it. Commentary noticed, and they said something about it, and then the match gets like a little chippy. Gets a little chippy. Some moves get botched completely, and some are just kind of weird because Newman is going so hard selling his leg that it's just too real at times. You know, and so it was a Destino, and Newman throws Naito off of him, a tornado DDT and a roll up. Naito wins, and something just is weird. It makes me wonder if like this is a protest from Naito about the main event, or if that's just like a character thing. It's a pretty deep character thing if they're actually doing that, or if those two just couldn't get on the same page this night. But it just was such a weird match. It was short, and Naito gets Cobb next. That'll be great. But what did you think of Newman versus Naito?
I'm kind of, look, you know, on paper, I don't think the main event should have been the main event. Should have been the last preview tag of before the tournament matches. But I think this match sucked. And yeah, chuck the champion on with Tanner, Brad, and Nagata for the main event. Sure, I'm okay with that because that match, man, I hate saying a Naito match stinks. To me, I see a match where I'm like, Callum is like, oh my God, I got this story with Naito. This is fucking huge deal for me. Whereas Naito's like, what day is it today? Fucking Monday? Let's wrap this shit up. You don't give a fuck about this storyline. This is like nothing to him. And I don't know. Maybe see Callum's going hard because like this is a huge spot for him. It is. It's essentially, it's kind of the main event, I guess, for the singles matches anyway. He's wrestling against one of the top guys in the company. He wants it to be fucking awesome. And Naito's in tag team mode for the match, I guess, a bit. He's not channeling the same energy. It's like watching three guys have a fun tag team match, and then Wato flies in, going hardcore serious, you know. But you know, Naito's the one trying to take it easy, and Callum's like, "No, man, this is my spot. Like, I need to look like a billion." Also, look, I don't like the Callum leg story because, no offense to Callum, but all of his moves involve using his legs for some form of pace. And you take that away from him, he doesn't have much else in the way of offense. I'm not a criticism. He's a young bloke.
Yeah, it's all kicks and stuff. You know, he doesn't have any chops or punches. You know,
no, he's got plenty of time to fucking add some power moves and all this kind of shit to his arsenal, and it'll be fine. But he don't have that yet. You know, he's got mostly his leg work and all that kind of shit. You take that from him, it kind of handicaps the match a little bit. So there's that too.
Maybe this is an opportunity. This was an opportunity for him to become more 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. It just didn't work because the other wrestler didn't care. Maybe, I don't know. So it could be that.
Man, there's only 2 wrestlers in New Japan that are top guys that I've ever felt like that with. Like, you can tell they just don't give a fuck. One of them's an AEW. That's Kazuchika Okada. The other guy is Naito. If they're not interested, then they're going to lead the match, and they're going to lead it how they want, and it's going to go how they want, and it's going to be over when they say it's fucking over, and the end. Okay. Awesome. You know, I can tell Naito is going to be exactly like Okada when he eventually leaves New Japan as well. You gonna put guys over on your way out? No.
I don't know. He might.
Yeah,
it's just not going to be Callum Newman. So.
No, definitely not. So, you know, in hindsight, this just pains me. Like, Naito, man, Goto's putting on better matches than you, mate.
Well, so we're done watching wrestling, right? Like, the show's over. We're like, okay, so ready to move on to something else. That was a cool show. That last match kind of sucked. You move on, and then Red Shoes comes out, and I'm like, what the fuck is he? Oh, there's a preview tag in the main event. I don't want to watch this. First of all, it's like I'm done. My wrestling like attention span's over. But now I gotta watch this. So it's not happening.
And guess what? Andy and I, when we do our tournament seasons, we do decent notes for the important fucking tournament matches and shit like that. Guess what? We don't do mega notes for preview tags. So guess what? This is a preview tag during a tournament. Guess all the notes I took for it were boo, Goto pins Brad, lame. So look, and my first note is, why is this here? I just don't give a flying fuck. And I've also got to watch Kojima get pinned. I'm sorry, dude. Do you guys want to, like, you kind of should make, maybe, I don't know, Yuji Nagata's side a threat? Hasn't he got a title shot? Why don't you have him pin Tanahashi? Or Brad? Guess what they're not doing anytime soon? Fucking retiring. Are they 10 years older than Tanahashi? Yeah, but guess what? They can still go. Like, I'm watching Kojima matches, and I'm like, all right, can he move like he did when he was 30? Who can? He can still fucking go, though. He's still getting gold all around the world. You know, all this kind of shit.
I love that.
You're telling me Tanahashi can't eat a fucking bread pin? Get out of here.
Personal insult to both of us that they made us watch that.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm treating this like a preview tag that's before the tournament matches, meaning light notes. And I did. Fuck you. Then to make matters worse, I get to watch Brad get pinned in the main event. Usually if I have to put up with him getting pinned, it's in a preview tag before the fucking big matches start. And by then I'm like, you know what? That was over there. And now we move on to Yuya versus, you know, whatever. Yeah. No, the last 2 matches were not my cup of tea. But the rest of the night I had a lot of fun with. So, yeah.
Well, we did say that it looks like I don't know if we talked about this. There was another show on this morning called Crazy Fest. And it was like, you know, what's his name? The crazy monkey guy, and Desperado was on it, and he got his mask ripped off and blood all over the place and stuff. I don't know if you've seen any of that, but that was a pay-per-view that we didn't really ever discuss watching because it's in the middle of the fucking New Japan Cup, right? So
we're fucking busy.
But it did get announced that Sakura Genesis, it's going to be what's his name, Clark Connors versus Bushi. Also, we have Robbie X and Ishimori versus the Sweet Ichiban guys. So they're going to wrestle.
Yep,
too.
versus Eagles and Fujita. Sweet. Those are that Valiant announced really the 2 junior matches, and I want to go to there. They both sound like fucking awesome times. Yeah, I don't think Clark's going to win. Especially now that he signed over with AEW. Man, why? Oh, because you probably got family and friends in there and shit.
Got paid. Good
that's
for him.
fine. And you're getting paid. Yes, I understand all of that. But, like, New Japan's better.
There's 3 New Japan Cup shows on the next night. And you'll have to see what they are when you watch it. But we also got some fun stuff. The Tai Chi versus Gabe Kidd preview tag. That would be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Sonata's tagging with Gabe Kidd. Oh, fuck.
How's that going to work? See, it's all this weirdness. You're just like, yeah, it's coming to a head. We're gonna see that all kind of, yeah. Here's what I'm thinking now, right? Sonata and maybe Ishimori, they turn on Gabe Kidd and Driller. No one's saving him. Fucking Jake Lee's music hits, and he says he's fucking buddy, or he joins the fucking assholes. So he's a smart bastard.
Yeah,
I don't know how injured he is, but I actually kind of miss Jake Lee.
I know he was starting to.
He's really starting to really turn us around on him, wasn't he? Yeah.
Well, there's all kinds of dominoes fell. I think when he got hurt. So I'm happy where we are now.
Yep. Apart from the world champion. Hell yeah. But that's the thing. We're never going to 100% like everything a company does. It's just.
No. Unless they let Marty book, then I think I'd like everything. So.
Ooh. I wonder what that's, I want to break into that bus now and steal his fantasy dream book and just see what's in it. Yeah. It's just him daydreaming about being main event Marty.
Yeah. it's just him getting paid. There's nothing, it's not this plus this equals profit. It's just profit. It's just him getting paid.
He's already kind of doodled a picture of him with 1 foot on a mountain of bodies, and he's got his arms up like this with 2 big fistfuls of cash.
All of the bodies have the face of evil.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a couple of them will also have Red Shoes Umino on them as well.
Yeah, it can't.
There you go.
Shumpy Jr., all of them. Not Sakamoto. He's cool with Sakamoto. Sakamoto's not a threat. Not a threat.
No. Man, that was a couple. I'm enjoying the tournament. It hasn't been perfect. I mean, Naito Callum maybe is probably the match in fact, that's the only match I really wasn't into out of the 8 tournament matches. So, wow, that's a pretty damn good hit rate as far as I'm concerned. Kind of wish Callum had advanced because I know he's going to try harder. Maybe Naito's not winning. He's a tag champion. Maybe he's like, I'm just going to half-ass the tournament then because I'm not winning. Man, what a jerk off.
Well, he's going to wrestle Cobb next, so... it'll be a match, it'll be a good match.
I'm not going to sell for you all. I'm just going to keep throwing you around like a sack of shit, man. Fuck you. Yeah, I don't think Cobb's going to fucking. He's been there long enough. Someone does shit to him, it's receipt time. And look at the size of me, motherfucker. You're going flying. But yeah, good times. And I won't be watching live tonight because I'll be at a concert, so I'll be watching it tomorrow. So yes, okay, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and in unless Mr. Dude has something to add, I can see his face. He does not. In Gato we trust. So yeah, there is that.